Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our panel discussion. My name is Tajani Wright, and I will be the host for today. Here with us is Brittany McKenzie, Zodi Hood, and Shelley Wilson. Today we'll be discussing the elements of reasons. My two elements of reasons are concept and point of view. Some of the concepts the writer has are, there are no other emotions in life other than love and anger. Secondly, every failure and mistake is just a lesson. And thirdly, boredom is literally the absence of life and the absence of passion. From his point of view, is that persons show love to their friends in peace and anger to their enemies in war. Also, people are either real friends or enemies. Bisani, what are your elements of reasons?
So my element of reason is all reasoning has a purpose. The writer states his purpose for dropping out of school is mentioned in his email to his parents. To me, he clearly spoke about the future, and for me, that was one of his biggest worries. So the negative thoughts of his future, I believe he was expressing his thoughts. He stated that if you want something out of life, you have to do something about it. We have to make it happen, and we have to make our dreams come true. He remained on his point. He was determined to drop out of school to fulfill his dream. My other reasoning is all reasoning is an attempt to figure something out, to settle some question, to solve some problem. What the writer talks about being happy and how judging people will make us unhappy. One of his questions was, are you kidding me? Are you judging people? Why are you making yourself unhappy? Why are you judging people? He explains that we should try to understand people before judging them.
All right. What about you, Zodi?
Okay, Tajana. My two elements are all reasoning are based off assumptions, and all reasoning is based on data, information, and evidence. The writer states that there are no emotions in life other than love and anger, but studies have shown that there are 27 human emotions. He also states that fear is not an emotion. That cannot be true because fear is one of the most distinct human emotions. The author also has reasoning based on data, information, and evidence, such as there is nothing you can do about the past. In fact, that is true. You either can run from it or learn from it. The future you can do something about. You choose how to write your future. It is all in your hands. The author also states that most people are unable to become successful entrepreneurs because after a few startup fails, they give up. It is true that one can be an entrepreneur without obtaining a higher education. As the writer said, you might not need a college degree to be successful.
Shelley?
Tajana?
Yes, thank you. So my 2 points of reasoning are all reasoning must have an interpretation and a conclusion, and all reasoning must have implications and consequences. One of the points that I take that he concluded was that life is pretty simple. Anyone can disagree with that because life is not actually that simple. And coming from a student that has no real life experiences apart from going to school with his peers, he's not able to survive, take care of himself, look after his own living expenses and responsibility without being dependent on his parents. And he also claims to have full control over his life and the two most important emotions that he states are love and anger. He is in no position to say that life is pretty simple. He has no proof that life is pretty simple, so he shouldn't make that conclusion. Also, some consequences of his and implications of his reasoning will lead to he will be labeled a dropout a college dropout. He will also be stigmatized by society and the students around him. He will not have a plan B, which is very important in this uncertain time where jobs are so hard to get and most businesses fail. As he clearly stated, he needed a plan B. He will have a strained relationship with his parents because he wasted all their time and all his time and their money, and he will be pressured to succeed no matter what because he doesn't have a plan B. Back to you, Tajana.
All right, guys, let's move on to critical thinking. Shelly, what's your thought? Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with him. I definitely disagree with him. And the reason why I disagree with him is because he is very selfish. It is my opinion that he's very selfish and he put himself first because he, as a valedictorian, all the younger students coming up in school would look to him as a role model to say, I want my grades to be like that. He's also letting them down, and he's also letting down his teachers and everybody that helped him to achieve that level of success.
Right, very good. Brittany?
I will agree with some of his points he made out about life, but I will disagree with his decision to drop out of school. And one of my main reasons is that he has no financial support. He could have chosen to go to school and get a job or even an internship to assist him financially, right? He has chosen to remain under his parents' roof, where his parents will have to provide for him wholeheartedly, feed him, clothe him, pay additional expenses, while they wait on his grant to come through to fulfill his dream. I believe that he should contribute to his dreams financially. He spoke about not worrying about the future, but if the future decides that the grant he's provided with is not going to be enough to fund his business, then he's going to stumble upon a roadblock. So I'm in disagreement with him.
I somewhat agree with the author that you don't need education to become a successful entrepreneur, but education gives you an advantage over persons who don't have an education because, for example, you're in the business field, right? You learn how to prepare income statements, balance sheets, and all of those stuff. So you can be better able to manage your business. Back to you, Tajana.
Here you have it, folks. We have come to the end of our discussion. Hope you enjoy every minute of it. We finished.